Good morning and welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. You bring us here live in Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago. Yes, my name is Dwayne, your favorite youth host here again, and we're going to continue the discussion around Women's History Month. And we have an awardee here with us, Miss Tyneille Graham. She was recognized. She and her organization was recognized, and we're going to have a discussion with her about her recognition and her organization. Good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Me. I'm good.
All right,
I'm very good.
Good. Just tell us about yourself. Your name resonates with me because I am acquainted with your brother. Your brother has quite the social media presence. Right?
Is that a good thing?
It's a good thing.
Okay.
It's a good thing. Theon?
Yes.
Yeah. So just tell us about yourself.
Sure.
And what you do and so on.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Tyneille Graham. I am a child psychologist. I founded a company that surrounds mental health for children and youth, adolescents, and their well-being. It was founded in 2020.
Really?
Since then, I've seen quite a few clients. I've been able to advocate more for young people and their mental health in Tobago.
Wow, that's really, really good. It's so interesting that your organization was founded in a time where children really needed that kind of cushion, that kind of space, because COVID did quite an ordeal on the minds of our children, but I don't want to continue this conversation without congratulating you. Right? Congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
What was that like for you though?
I felt great. I felt really, really great. Unfortunately, I was not able to accept the award in person. However, just knowing that I was awarded just made me feel...
Did it come out of nowhere? Because your expression is like, I wasn't expecting this. I was just doing my thing. I founded my organization. I wasn't in competition with nobody but myself. I just doing my thing, and here came this award.
Partly. It felt like that because, again, I was not presently available on the day.
Right.
I had to ask a colleague to go for me. Sherman, thank you so much for doing that on my behalf. I really appreciate everything that you do for me and Imaginable Life. But yes, I was not there and I was really, really out of it. I was not well on the day. So it was only until later in the evening, probably around 9 o'clock, I found out I was awarded. And then I was sent pictures and videos that I was given the award. So it was... Yes, you're right. It was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it gives that, and I really love your picture. Listen, I don't know if they call your head. Listen, they had to wear these colors and so on. Yeah. And this is in commemoration with the Women's History Month. Just share a bit about that and the award itself, if any information at all. And how that came
out. The award, as you can see here on the screen, is the Tobago's Trailblazers Award in the category of health and wellness. So this is actually the first year that they did an award ceremony, giving any sort of awards for women. They typically do have the event,
but they don't give awards.
They don't give awards. So this was the very first time that this was given.
Wow. And are you the only Tobagonian that received this award, or as far as you are aware?
As far as I'm aware, again, I was not present to see everything that was happening. But as far as I'm aware, this was the first. So I know, yes.
What is founding an organization like? Being a woman, being a professional, and how has this award, further, give you encouragement to, just to be a trailblazer, as the award would have be so themed?
It feels really good, and like you said, it is encouraging to do so. So now I feel very motivated and I want to do more. I wouldn't want to say I want more awards. Awards is just something you put on a shelf, right? But I want to be able to shed light on what I'm doing, which is, promoting mental health and well-being for children specifically. When we talk about mental health, we tend to think about adults, and because they have bills to pay and they have...
Children happy, they have nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
Everything provided for all.
Precisely. So I really, really want to shed a light. So yes, I'm awarded this, and yes, I'm happy to receive that and be recognized, but I also want to highlight what it is that I'm doing. It's more less about the award, but what I'm being awarded for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should really ask you this, but since I studied, I don't know where you studied, but I studied in Trinidad for some time, you know, and I admire the young Trinidadian. They are so prideful, you know, they are very confident.
Yeah.
But not so, I don't see that, you know, resonating in the Tobagonian, the young Tobagonian per se. In your line of work, right? Do you think that your organization could help, you know, sensitize, especially parents, in terms of their upbringing, bringing up a confident and well-rounded child? And you know, what does your organization have in mind, if anything at all?
I think it's very hard being Tobagonian. I think that we tend to devalue ourselves and not, you know, push through, you know. I think that we aren't really given much of a platform to advocate for our organizations and our businesses. And like you said, like Trinidadians have a lot more, I would say not a lot more. There's a pride, but I've been seeing it growing. I would say when I started my business, it was not, I was very, very afraid. And I would, in the 5 years it has existed, I can confidently say that things progressed only within the last 2 years. People weren't taking mental health seriously. And I think Tobagonians go by word of mouth. You could market, you could put it all over social media, the radio, TV. Unless they see a friend or family member that it has been proven for or worked with, you know, then they'll be like, oh, you should go by Miss Graham. She does really good work. And, you know, then I've been able to, because of my clients, I really appreciate my parents for, you know, spreading my name. And even some doctors I've been working with have been able to promote me and say, yes, she's good, or she's, you know, helped me or helped my child in certain situations. So through that, business has grown.
What are some of the services that your business offer? You know, when we think about mental health, you know, we think of it in such a broad perspective, but nothing specific and nothing important. And I think that is why we overlook the importance of it. Well, what's some of the services your business offers?
Right. So at present, we do counseling. So we do counseling for children, teens. We also do family therapy and as well as behavioral therapy. So I know they were speaking about persons on the spectrum or children on the spectrum. So we do work with some children who are autistic or have ADHD, Down syndrome. So those are some of the persons that we work with, in addition to atypical children.
Women's International Day and Women's History Month is, you know, celebrates women empowerment. Do you see yourself as one of such woman that, you know, you see yourself as empowering and inspiring? If not, I'll be greatly disappointed in you.
Oh gosh, well then I have to, I'll just have to tell you what you want to hear. To some extent, sometimes we don't really know what we're doing until after. Like in my devotions, funny you said that, because in my devotion this morning, it was about living in the moment and not waiting until time passed and you look back and like, oh, that was actually good. I was happy then, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to be appreciative and grateful for where I am now and recognizing what I am doing and being proud of myself, you know? So as of now, I'm not saying I'm there yet, but I am definitely trying to be and recognize that I am making a difference. I am helping persons. I am empowering the youth and young women. And hopefully I am some sort of positive role model. I'm hoping. I don't know anybody who said I am.
I don't think anybody will be sending people your way, children your way, if you weren't.
That's
you know?
true.
So much to be celebrated. And we see why the award was given to you. You know, congratulations again.
Thank
but
you.
before we you know, go on to some, you know, closing questions, who awarded you this? Who gave you this award? And where did this award come from?
So this was done under the Office of the Prime Minister through the Gender and Child Affairs Division. So every year they have, well, in the past they did a market that was empowering did women empowerment, and they would have a symposium. They would have promote female entrepreneurs, and I was able to take part in that. And this year they had the women's award ceremony for
All right. So the Office of the Prime Minister under the Gender and Child Affairs Unit
Yes.
was responsible for this award.
Yes.
That's really good. That's really good. My sort of closing up question to you is, what is the future for your business? What do you hope to see your business do for Tobago? Just share that with us.
Well, the ultimate goal is just to promote mental health and wellness for Tobagonians. That is the ultimate goal. I would love to showcase the ways in which mental health can help children, could help adults even, not necessarily just the youth, even though that is where I primarily work. But we do have some things, Imaginable Life does have some things coming up in August. I just want to plug that in here. So just look out for us. On August 3rd, we are having a mental health fair, so to speak. Well, it's more of a fair. It's called Wellness Wonderland. So it will be, a lot more details will come out as we progress. It's still in the developmental stages. So,
So, Ms. Graham, unfortunately, this brings us to the end of our interview this morning, right? However, before you go, I know you have a social media handle. That is the only social media handle that I might know. But if there are others, kindly share your business page as well for those who might be endeavoring your service. Go ahead.
Yes, so you can contact me via Facebook or Instagram at Imaginable Life. That's just it, at Imaginable Life. Or you could also call WhatsApp the number 463-0716.
All right, Miss Graham, thank you again and congratulations. Continue doing the great work in the Tobago space and helping putting Tobago on the map. Guys, this brings us to the end of Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. Smack center in the middle of the week to bring you that youthful vibe, youthful perspective all the time, right? Just remember to share the live, share the live, share the live. Have a great day. Be safe on the road. And we go over to GMT. Good morning, Tobago with Candice Jackson.